Hello and welcome to the Kristin Carrera podcast. I am Kristin. Welcome back if you've been following along. And if you are new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like and follow along and comment. If you're actually watching this video, I'm going to point out that I have like this marking on my forehead. And it was that I went to the chiropractor and got decompression for my neck. And I can't believe that I still have the mark. Like I feel the indention. I'm hoping that this thing goes away. I don't know what's going on. So let's get the elephant out of the room. Okay, that's what happened to my forehead, if you're wondering. So today I wanted to discuss and get into how the carnivore diet has helped me overcome my fatigue and give me more energy. Let's start with the fact that my fatigue was really bad. My energy was at a all-time low. When I say that, I am not exaggerating. It was hard to get up in the morning because I was so tired. And then sometimes I would wake up and just kind of be in this brain fog of a day where I literally felt like a cloud was over my head. Like that's why it's called brain fog. I literally felt like I just could not see straight. I couldn't focus. It was very, very difficult for me. And almost every single day around midday, I would have this huge crash where I was driving to pick up the kids from school and I felt like I could fall asleep. I would literally have to just kind of go like this, bounce around, put the radio on, put the AC at full blast, and remind myself that I have the baby in the car and I'm just getting a couple minutes away from the house to get to the school and I need to wake up. Why am I so tired? And it was just a struggle that I had almost every single day. I would get home, we would start homework, and I would sit on the couch and I didn't want to do anything. And I literally felt like I could just lay down and take a nap if I could. And sometimes I would be laying there and I would be dozing off like a viejita, like an old lady, midday, just crashing. My fatigue, my energy was so low. And it didn't matter what I did, I just could not get out of it. I had a pre workout drink that I would drink in the morning before my workouts back then, and that usually helped in the morning. And then I would have this protein shake in the afternoon, and sometimes that would help a little bit, but it just was this constant struggle with my body and my mind of why am I so tired? Why can't I get the energy? I don't want to do anything. I have to do what I have to do. Like I have to do homework and I have to make dinner for the family and things that I know that I had to do. But it was a push. It was a push of telling myself, Kristin, you got to get moving, you got to get going, like snap out of it. And this was something that I struggled with. Like I said, almost every single day, I would get these crashes. And so when I started to go carnivore, I heard about no longer having brain fog. I heard about people getting all of this energy. And I will tell you this, my first 30 days was not this fairy tale story. It was not this, I felt great within the week and I was already feeling so much energy. That was not my story. My story was a lot different than other people and it might relate to a lot of people. Maybe you are the person that I relate to, but I have my videos day 1 through 30 and you can see my utmost honest truth, raw, open, of all my struggles. I literally felt like I was on a roller coaster of emotions. I felt like I was on a roller coaster of that mental strength of reminding myself, like, I got to keep going to see where this goes because I can't continue to live this way. And I wasn't getting that brain fog lifted. I wasn't getting that full energy. I had to figure things out. I needed to figure out what worked for my body. And it took me past the 30 days to finally start seeing that cloud lift from my head and start seeing that energy form and start seeing that where I wasn't having those crashes every single day. And it did take time. So while you're on this journey, whether it's carnivore or whether it's low carb or keto, whatever you're doing, try to see what it is you're eating. Try to see if something is maybe reacting with your body, causing these things. And this is why I think that it's important to do the carnivore diet before going low carb or keto, if that's where you decide to go. But because the carnivore diet is such a true elimination diet where you can truly see once you start reintroducing what might affect your body and what might trigger it. For me, I realized that first of all, I was oxalate dumping. My body was adapting and adjusting, right? So it took my body a lot longer than some people that I hear on social media where they say within a week or two they're feeling all this energy. And maybe they're telling you the truth and maybe it's like the placebo effect. But for me, it definitely took over the 30 days. I stuck to that carnivore diet. I was like, I'm going to keep going. After 30 days, I decided to do 60, and I really started to see the improvement. I started to see that meat truly heals. I started to see that I don't really need the vegetables that I thought that I needed. And while I was just kind of wrapping my head around all of this and learning not only about more about the carnivore diet, but more about just nutrition in general, more about reading more of the ingredients that are in our foods, learning about oxalates, learning what it can do to your body. All of these things that kind of was like a aha moment of, wow, we're taught that we need to eat our vegetables and our fiber and that it's so good for you. And that these things give you, and carbs give you energy, right? All of these things. And yet it was doing the total opposite to my body. And so it took a while for my body to start finally seeing those benefits. But when I started seeing those benefits, oh my gosh, were those benefits worth the wait? Were those benefits worth going through the hard, pushing through the hard? Because believe it or not, I had to push hard. I had to remind myself of my why. I had to keep going. And if I would have stopped, I would have never seen those benefits. And now it is very rare for me to get that fatigued moment. Yes, there are times, and when I do get those fatigue moments, I do realize it's because I have not drank enough water throughout the day. And sometimes I just need those extra electrolytes. And I also found out that I needed extra electrolytes while I was going through this journey in those first 30 days. So I bought this little bottle off Amazon that one of my friends messaged me about because I didn't want to buy the LMNT that everybody buys. I didn't want to spend that much money. I thought that it was really overpriced. And now, if many of you know, and if you don't know, you can go do the research, but they have an ingredient in their products that are not that great for you. And so I'm kind of really happy that I didn't go with that product and spend all that money. And I bought this little bottle for like $15 over on Amazon. I'll link that in my description below. I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I just really think they work. I think it's super easy. I put a couple drops in my water, I chug it real quick, and I'm done. And it really gives me that energy boost that I needed, which means that my electrolytes were low and I needed that. And I never really correlated the two of needing electrolytes and giving your body energy. I kind of always thought of like electrolytes, you hear about it growing up mostly like when you're sick and you need to make sure that you're getting your fluids in and you need your electrolytes, right? And that's where you kind of always hear about it. Or you need those extra electrolytes when you're doing sports and your body is a little bit fatigued, but not in the sense of fatigue of me feeling tired and just having that low energy. And so now I know if I start to feel fatigued after I eat, I think to myself, have I drank water today? What have I drank? What have I eaten? Am I getting enough salt? Am I getting enough water? And so those two things really open your eyes. And so it's easy to just take the drops if I need it. But I will tell you that I've had these little drops since starting Carnivore, and we're going in almost a year. I should see if they expire. My bottle is running on low. I'll have to order a new one, but it's lasted me this long because I don't need electrolytes every day. I really don't. And so I do keep them on hand for those days that I might need it. But for the most part, oh my gosh, it is such a relief to not have that brain fog every single day. It's such a relief to have that energy. Like today, I woke up at 7 in the morning. I came in here and I did my stretches. I had to take the kids to the doctor. I got home. I called the chiropractor. I made an appointment. I went and I got my decompression, got home, and now I'm doing this video for you. And I still have all of this energy. And now I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to go get ready to go eat my first meal of the day. But again, carnivore has truly, truly healed my fatigue and my brain fog. I truly believe that. It's been 11 months now, and I am only going strong and stronger and seeing and testing and figuring out what works for my body, and you should do the same. So I definitely highly recommend that if you are looking into carnivore, You can check out in my description. I give you a lot of the references that I love to see and hear and educate myself through these doctors. And Sally Norton is a great reference for oxalates if you want to read up on that and learn about that, which I highly recommend. And just do this for 30 days. I recommend 60 to 90, but try it for 30 days and see how you feel, right? See what foods might be just taking from your body, is the way that I can put it. Like, these foods that we're eating that we think might be helping are literally draining your body. It was literally giving this chemical reaction in my body that was causing my brain to literally feel like it was in a fog and causing my body to want to sleep almost all day and not have energy for my kids. And now I have so much more energy to be with them. And I am so grateful for that. And I am so grateful for Carnivore. And I will continue to share my story. I am not a doctor or a nutritionist. If you want any scientific information, check out those doctors listed in the description, like I said. But this is based off of my journey, how I feel, what it's done for me, and nobody can take that from me. This is the real truth of what has happened and what is going on with my body and how I continue to heal over time. So I would love for you to comment below what you've tried, what has worked for you, what hasn't, and if you have any questions as well, I would love to get those answered. And please make sure to like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And I will see you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.